Hi, y'all. Happy Sunday. Good to see you. We made it to another Sunday. We're here, and it's good to see all of you. Megan is around, and she will be with us momentarily. We've got all of our friends here in the chat. Thank you for being here. David is here, and Johan, and Bill, and Leffy, and Amethyst, Joseph, and Tom. Hey there, and Arrow, and Steven, and Pam is here. Rock and roll, y'all. Nick is here. And Bruce is here. Hi, Bruce. Bruce, remind me to, I'm going to send you a note. Megan told me that she got a note from you, and I will get with you soon. So, message received. Thank you very much. Glenn is here, and John, and Sean Bean is here. Rock and roll, everybody.
I'll be right there.
Megan will be here momentarily. I'm just her warm-up act, y'all. Really,
That's
come
not
on.
true at
Come
all.
on. Come on. I am, y'all are really here for that. It's been a busy week. It's been a great weekend though, and I'm ready to announce the coming week, and it's gonna be fun. We've actually lined up most of July for the rest of the month, and I think we're gonna have a really nice month with a whole bunch of great varied music. We're trying a few new things this month, and so far so good. So far so good. All right, Joseph is saying hello. Good to see you. Kevin is asking if I have heard of Bebop Deluxe. No, I have not. I like Bebop, and I like things that are deluxe, but I haven't ever heard of Bebop's Deluxe. Okay. Let's see. So, what were we up to last week? Last week was a good week. We started with Jimi Hendrix and the Star Spangled Banner. It was a long weekend for us here in America with July 4th weekend. July 4th being on a Tuesday. That made for a heck of a long weekend. There was a few people that I know cut it short a little bit, or sorry, not cut it short, made it longer. Like, well, if I'm gonna have Monday and Tuesday off, how about a Friday and maybe even a Thursday, and I can make it like a week. So it's kind of nice when our big holidays are in the middle-ish of a week. Hey, Maury. Maury loved the "Don't Stop Me Now" reaction. Always good to have Queen, right? It won't be too long before we get back to Queen, but I don't have Queen on the list this week. Oh, sure. Emmy Oak saying, sad that there was no Canada song for Canada Day, July 1st. That always kind of eludes me. And I'm always thinking about the American holiday that at that time, and not the Canadian one. Although it was really neat because on that Canada Day, I got to see the Dream Sonic tour, and Devin Townsend was playing, and he's Canadian, and so he made a big deal out of it, and that was pretty cool. Let's see, last week, Jimi Hendrix, A Star Spangled Banner from Woodstock. Still grooving on that. Rock and roll. Let's see. We did, if you are a patron, if you enjoy the stuff that we do and you are a patron, then you saw our Selling England by the Pound. We did that as a new extended play lounge. That is available now. That is episode 47. It is now thundering outside. We just made it home before it started to rain on us. We got storms moving through today. Y'all, let's see. Soggy Tom is here. Mark is here. David is here. Rock and roll, y'all. We got a lot of folks. This is great. We did some fun stuff on Wednesday. Something new for the channel. A song from the Indian continent, right? We did a Bollywood song called Tum Hi Ho. And we did two versions of it, the original version that was done for a movie, and then we did a fingerstyle acoustic guitar cover of it by an Indonesian guitarist named Alip Bata, and I love both of them. And it's fun to get outside of our box occasionally. That's what I said in that video, just to get outside of North American bands and European bands and musicians and see what else is out there, and it was amazing stuff. Speaking of amazing stuff, Thursday, we almost had like two Masterpiece Fridays this past week. I did not do a Throwback Thursday. I did a new reaction, and it was Liquid Tension Experiment, When the Water Breaks. And I think my brain broke trying to listen to that. It was absolutely incredible, y'all. I really, really loved it. Let's see. What are y'all saying? Tezu is saying, come to Miami. That's like our daily weather. Actually had lightning hit right by the car I was riding in. I've been to Florida. I've been to Florida in the summertime. I don't wish to go back to Florida, especially in the summertime. But I don't know, man. Y'all have some crazy weather down there. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts down there. Woo. Kowalchuk is saying, can you teach me about magnets? That's a no. Sorry, I don't know anything about magnets other than they stick together. If they're working right. Let's see, Alex is saying, best song for air drumming is I Can See for Miles by The Who with Keith Moon. I have enjoyed air drumming with Keith Moon in the past. So anything, that could work just fine. So we did LTE, When the Water Breaks, and just prog metal fusion mastery there. A real fantastic extended instrumental there. Hey, Peter T is here. Hello, Peter. Ray is here. Hi, Ray. Flicker Shambi says, any Zappa coming soon? Not this week. Maybe soon, but I know not this week. It's just hard to fit everything in, you know? But Friday, we did go back to one of my favorites. We did Close to the Edge by Yes. And I listened to the Symphonic Live version for the first time. I actually have the DVD. I don't know where I put the DVD. It's around here somewhere. But I viewed that with my own DVD copy. And when I uploaded that to YouTube, it got blocked. The video, the performance video portion of it. So I'm hoping that I can get that unblocked. What I did was I kept everything the same, just like I was looking at the video, right, of the performance. I just, instead of showing you their performance, I put the album cover up and left the audio as it was, and that one was able to get through and not blocked. It still got claimed, but it didn't get blocked. So I have the full version of my reaction with all of the performance stuff, which I think is the best way to see it. That's available on our Patreon, and it's behind a paywall, but it's only $2 if you're not a patron to see that, if you'd like. So check that out. Rock and roll, y'all. Okay. What album have I done, y'all?
Ow.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you okay?
My toe.
Uh-oh.
I'm knocking the keyboard to my left, and there's all kinds
Yeah,
of
we got
things
everything in here. We got our futon in here, which is normally here. We've got
Right.
which doubles as a couch or sofa. We've got the keyboard,
Sometimes
and
when we're both
we got Megan.
here. Hi.
Megan's here.
Oh, God.
You made it. Oh, and the
Hello.
Court of the Crimson King, y'all are saying, yeah, cool album.
Yeah.
Cool album. Messes with your brain, but if you don't mind getting your brain messed with, it's a pretty good one.
It's on
y'all.
your Patreon.
It is, for sure.
It is.
Yeah, all my King Crimson stuff is over on Patreon,
I'm kind of a
y'all.
mess right now.
It's all right.
Yes, it is.
We're allowed to be messes. We can clean up
It's
later.
Sunday.
It's fine. Let's see. Hey, Brandon. Love listening to your album meditations. Thank you
Yeah,
very
good.
much. The new stuff is that we got that up on Bandcamp now. It is now available on the
Yes, it is.
Aphoria Bandcamp page. If you search for my name, I'm sure you will find it.
I was gonna say I'll grab it and put the link in the chat here. Give me one
There you go.
second.
Thank you, Meg.
Oh, we made a community post. If you go to the community tab on Doug's YouTube channel, you'll see it there. But I'm gonna go ahead and grab the link from over there,
Nice.
and I'll put it in the
Thank you.
chat.
Thank you for doing that. Thank you, Peter. I enjoyed playing that, y'all. It's that's kind of my speed. I love playing that style of meditative music, that just kind of flows and soothes. I really enjoy those types of sounds. Yeah, so we had a great week last week, and we're ready to get going with this week. Should I tell y'all what's going on? You've been sitting here for a while and thinking, okay, it always happens, right? I make you wait like 10 minutes. I am sorry. Yes, Ray. I need to get. Ray's got a promo. Remember the promo that Ray put together and sent to us? The audio. Maybe not.
When?
For the new album. I'll show it to you again.
Oh, I do remember.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. Okay.
Maury is asking is the new Daily Doug intro still sung by me? No, it's not. We went to our friend, our good friend Tim Warwick, who has an unbelievable YouTube channel. He's the best at what he does. He's one of our biggest barbershop ambassadors for now, I think, the world. He's really into it. He knows his history. He can sing every part better than you can.
It's true.
And it's amazing to have him. He expressed. I interviewed him.
Tim is the best.
Several months ago, and we were talking behind the scenes about like we need to like update our intros, maybe put an outro in here, and maybe do an extended. I asked him if I could do an extended tag, an extended sort of version of the Daily Doug intro, and if he would record it. He says, yeah, send it my way. And so off it went. So I wrote it. If you hear the extended stuff, that's something that I wrote, but Tim is singing it. And it's really, really fascinating and good stuff.
Tim Warwick,
yeah.
Waurick.
That's
If
right.
y'all want to look him up. He's not only the greatest of all time in barbershop music circles, he's
a cool guy.
a fucking fantastic, pardon my language, but he is a fucking phenomenal singer. I've rarely heard the likes of him. He's absolutely incredible.
That's
So,
nice,
please do
Emiwak.
look him up.
Thank you for that. That's cool. Have been getting their students to listen to the album while they're reading.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yay.
Thank you. It's really nice
Rock
for
and
that.
roll. James has an Iron Maiden song, Remember Tomorrow, live in Sweden.
Oh.
Cool. I have a Maiden Monday coming up that I'm thinking about, so I'm going to put that in the running
I like it.
for that one. Remember Tomorrow, live. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Ian is asking if I've ever done any King Crimson. Yes, I have. So occasionally we'll remind folks what the deal is with King Crimson. They are very, I don't know.
The easy way to say it is they block everything on YouTube.
There it is.
So we have a lot of King Crimson
They're
content.
vigilant in keeping
Yes.
content like mine that might use their music off of YouTube.
Yes.
And so I have done, I think 3, maybe 4 of their albums and a couple other one-offs, and all of that is on my Patreon.
Yes.
Yeah, cool stuff. Okay, so what is coming up this week? Let's tell them here.
I'm sorry, we kind of bump into each other
It's
here.
fine. It's fine. I don't mind being like overlapping. It's close.
He's
Yeah.
like elbowing me.
Okay, so Monday, we're going to do a Metal Monday, and this is going to be a different one for us. It's called Vergil's Theme, and it's from a video game called Devil May Cry. I believe that I got that right. It's Vergil, Vergil, and it's Vergil's Theme. It's a metal song, a metal theme,
Yes.
and it's from a video
It is
game.
metal.
I am not a gamer,
Right.
friends. I mean, the closest I have come to being a gamer is freaking Mario Kart, and
Which
then
you're very good at.
like Wii Bowling. Don't mess with me on Wii Bowling. I will
It's true.
beat you.
It's true.
Although our Wii has been broken for close to a decade.
We have an
I think.
extremely old Wii. Extremely old. So.
Hey Rob, we're doing good. Good to have you here. Rock and roll. So yeah, we're trying some new things. Last week we tried to dip our toe in Bollywood and music from India, and this week we're going to dip our toe into video games because it's a place that I don't know. I know there's a ton of great music that's written for these immersive I don't know, universes in which these games exist.
Yeah.
You know, and so
And a
it's
lot of different types of music.
another
There's
just
so much variety.
subgenre that I have no idea about. And so I'm curious, friends. As you all know, I love to learn new things. So we're going to take a look at, I think it's a metal song, and it's Vergil's theme from Devil May Cry. So come in and see what that's all about. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I think we're going to do a behind the score on Tuesday, and we actually, I'm going to go to a little bit of an unboxing. We got the new Big Big Train album. I love Big Big Train, and so does Megan. This is called Ingenious Devices, and it's sort of, and our friend PJ sent this to us, and I'm very thankful for that. And we actually, as a community in our music club, listened to this in its entirety on Friday night, and it's
absolutely loved it.
It's wonderful, and it's a quite
wonderful.
Lovely sort of album that segues between what the band has been and what the band will be. Hi, Janine. Janine made it. And so this has a few re-recorded and orchestrated classics from them, and then it has a newer song with the new lead singer on it as well. So it's kind of a transitional album for them. It's very well put together.
Very well put
together.
It's really wonderful.
It's really great.
Yeah.
And so listening to this inspired me to think, I know a piece, right? Because they're talking about devices that we've made, about ingenuity, about manufacturing, allowing humankind to do things that we couldn't do without these devices. The steam engine being one of them, race cars being one of them, even the Voyager, probe, the satellite, right? It's all kind of embodied in this ingenious devices. And so I'm going to do a behind the score on the Eric Whitacre choral piece called Leonardo Dreams of His Flying Machine.
Yeah.
And it's a really cool piece. It's one that I have sung as a chorister in the past, and I've talked to Eric about it, and he's a very good composer, and it's a very interesting piece. So if you're in the Patreon, take a look at that coming up this week. Lefe is asking if there will be a 300K subscriber party. Yeah, we're getting close, aren't we?
Yeah.
We are watching it. It depends on when it comes, because we are at the end of the month going to be having a big all-tier Patreon Zoom hangout with everybody to celebrate our 2-year anniversary of having the Patreon active.
Yeah.
So that's going to be later in the month. We think when we hit 3,000, if we continue on about the same track that we've been on, whatever I said.
You said 3,000.
300, whatever, the one with a 3 in front of it, that'll be fun. We think it's going to be close to that time, so stay tuned for what we might be able to do. We'll see.
Someone mentioned anime music is also a path that you should try, and that's definitely,
and it's something I don't know anything about.
And it's definitely you can count on seeing that sometime in the near future.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
Yeah.
Just looking down. Okay, where are we at? So Wednesday, we're gonna be coming back to the artist Ren. I have looked at a couple of his pieces in the past, and he's very intriguing. He's very smart.
Yes.
And he's an incredible performer.
He's experienced so much in his young life.
And his lyrics tell a story, and they really tell a human story. And so one of the big pieces of his that has been suggested to me is called The Tale of Jenny and Screech. And that's the one that I'm going to dig into on Wednesday from Ren. A little bit, so think about it. We're doing a choral piece on Tuesday. We're doing a metal I don't know, video game music on Monday, and then and then some Ren, some new stuff on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then for something completely different.
Well, the Ren's not new, but
it's pretty newer. It's newer than all of those are relatively new within the last 10 years for sure. And then we go back to the Grateful Dead, y'all. We're gonna do the Grateful Dead, and I'm gonna do their hit,
Touch of Grey.
Touch of Grey. I think I've got more than a
Kinda
touch of
suits
gray.
you anyway.
I got more than a touch of gray. I got a handful
It's all right.
of gray. I've heard the song.
We will get by.
Friends, I've heard the song, but I haven't ever given it a critical listen. And so the Grateful Dead fans have been like, "Come on, it's been a long ass time, Doug. We're here. Let's do it."
Maury, I'm grateful I'm alive too. Grateful you're alive and grateful
It's all right.
we're alive. All of us.
Let's see. Yeah, the Dregs. Thank you, Peter. Yeah, rock and roll. I did that. I accepted that yesterday. A song from the Dregs. What else? What else? When Kansas again, Hackbird is asking. I accepted, I think, 3 things for new items for the band Kansas. One of them being the entire album Leftoverture to the master list when I went through all of the submissions.
Very cool.
Yesterday. So won't be too long before we get back to Kansas, I do believe. And let's see, where were we? Touch of Grey is going to be on Thursday. On Friday, y'all, I got it right here. I bet all of you recognize this album cover. Seconds Out, the classic live recording by Genesis. And I have actually 2 copies of these. On Friday, continuing on in our July Friday tradition of going back to pieces that I've heard before, big time pieces that I have heard previously, and listening to a new recording or a different recording than I have heard before. So we're doing Supper's Ready from Seconds Out on Friday.
Love it.
It was more than a year ago, I believe, that I listened to Supper's Ready from the studio album that it's on. And I thought it was kind of a winding, just really fascinating piece from anything that Peter Gabriel is involved with, right? All of side 3 is Supper's Ready.
Yep.
Y'all. So that's what we got. And we're going to listen to side 3 on Friday, and I will come back to Supper's Ready. Here's the thing, y'all. I listen to so much stuff. Yeah. I listen to so much stuff that by the time, like Supper's Ready, if I wanted to like remember it in my head, I haven't gone back and listened to it.
Okay.
Maybe once or twice I might have rewatched the reaction, but I've got Seconds Out, and I've listened to some of it, especially side 2. Side 2 is great. Firth the Fifth, I Know What I Like, The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, and then the closing section of the musical box. Yeah. It's a really cool side, but I've never listened to side 3 of this one, specifically because I didn't want to ruin a first-time listen on camera, and so that's what's coming up this Friday. So it's going to be a pretty varied week. And I'm looking forward to it.
I'm excited for it.
Y'all, what am I missing? Have you been watching?
Maury mentioned Peter Gabriel's Sledgehammer, which is a song that you know very well.
For sure.
But would be fun to do at some point just to have a good time.
We'll probably get to that. I mean, I want to stick to mostly doing first-time reactions, but doing songs that I'm relatively familiar with or fuzzy on can work, and stuff that I'm familiar with, but that I think needs to be on the channel. Would be that Tom is putting in a hint for us. When is Passion Play actually celebrating its anniversary?
What is Passion Play?
Jethro Tull. A Passion Play by Jethro Tull. Yeah, Paul. Peter Gabriel's tour is coming to the States. I have looked into it. It's an expensive evening.
I know. Makes me sad.
I was looking at the Madison Square Garden because I've never seen a concert there.
We can't do.
And it's gonna take. Oh gosh.
Are they in the theater there?
No, they're in the arena.
In the arena?
Yeah,
that's
and
cool.
And
I was gonna say he's so big that it's got to be the arena.
The tickets are pricey.
Yeah.
Y'all. Let's see. What else? Yeah, so Passion Play. I think we'll get that on a poll coming up. July this month is the 50th anniversary. Okay.
Aha.
Okay, Tom.
It's good to know.
I'll probably, let me see. Here you go. I'm going to put that in the next poll then, I think. Passion Play, question mark. Okay.
Punk Rock has a note for us. When
Tell
you
us,
do the
Punk.
Tale of Jenny and Screech, you have to make sure that you do the full version, which includes Violet's tale.
Violet's Tale. That's a good note.
Jenny and Screech, just write full version.
Full. Y'all know me. If I can find a full version, I'll do it.
We'll figure. We'll find that. We'll find that. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Rock and roll, y'all. Soggy Tom is saying, yeah, we got that YouTube money. Let me tell you, friends. Yes, we do. And it helps keep us afloat. The Patreon, we get more from the Patreon than we do from YouTube, y'all.
That's true.
Because we aren't able to monetize much of what we do on YouTube. I put a lot of work into the YouTube channel, and it creates the community here. We do all this, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I don't count on that bringing in money for us. If you've looked me up on some websites, and they will estimate how much we might make just from the number of videos we put out and the number of views that we get, they're not taking into effect how that virtually every single video that we put out is copyright claimed.
Yeah, I guarantee it's way off.
Yeah, so it ends up, we get some, but
Yes, we do.
we're not rolling in it, friends. We're working our butts off.
That's very true.
Over here, and
That's very true.
and we're very thankful for all of your support.
Oh, extremely thankful.
Yeah, because one of the things that is helpful for us, we love these live streams on Sunday because we get to talk to all of you, right?
And it's not just our Patreon folks that we appreciate. It's all of you.
All of you.
For being here, for being part of this community, both here on YouTube and over on Patreon and on our Discord.
Hergest Ridge.
We're very thankful. What's going on?
They're just putting in what they're into there. But yeah, these Sunday live streams, they just the clicks on the Sunday live streams help pay for our weekly groceries. That's pretty much just that. So it helps, y'all. Even you, Bill. Even Bill.
Yeah,
we're happy for Bill too. Okay. When are you going to do the rest of Rick Wakeman's criminal record? I sent you the score on email. Did you get it? Art, I did all of Rick Wakeman's criminal record on Patreon. I don't remember if you sent the score before or after that, but I did it, and I know that it was right around Holy Week and Good Friday and Easter, because we excerpted Good Friday out of that reaction, that full album reaction for that Good Friday that week. I think.
James Jarvis says, and a fine job you do.
Awesome. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
And we're agreeing that if and when we get to a passion play, it needs to be continuous. I will remember that. Adrian is asking if we've been to the Bent Spoon in Princeton.
Yes.
I might have to show you my frequent flyer card from the Bent Spoon. It's ice
the
cream.
Bent
It's an
Spoon.
ice cream shop.
Oh, it's so good.
And it tastes delicious. Friends, if you are just joining us, a recap of what's coming out this week. Vergil's theme from Devil May Cry, a video game. We're going to a video game metal song.
I've only heard a portion of it. The third member of our team, John Franick.
Yeah, that's a John
suggested
Franick
it.
special.
He said you got to do that on a Middle Monday.
Okay.
So
we're doing that. I'm going to be looking at an Eric Whitaker choral piece for our Behind the Score called Leonardo Dreams of His Flying Machine.
that will be over on our Patreon.
Yeah, I'll look for that. Ren doing the Tale of Jenny and Screech on Wednesday. A Touch of Grey from Grateful Dead. And then Supper's Out from Genesis. And we're going to listen to Supper's Ready. Did I say Supper's Out? Seconds
know.
Out. Supper's Ready. I'll have to figure that out before Friday. I'll have to get that straight before Friday. Helene is asking for more Radiohead. We talked about this in our council hangout yesterday. We had a great council hangout yesterday. If y'all weren't able to make it, I am gonna upload it here this afternoon. I've got it all set, and we talked a little bit about what's next for Radiohead, because one of the things that's come out since we had our last council hangout was the completion of OK Computer. And we were talking about that album, and they were saying you got to get to Kid A. That's, you know, if you liked OK Computer, Kid A is going to just blow your socks off. Yeah, and that's what they said, Helene. Yeah, is that both of those are going to. So I am sure that we will get to those in the coming weeks and months, and I'm looking forward to it. I really, really am. I think that's all that I have for you, really. All Leffy is saying, don't forget about craft work. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, Richard, we try every week. So we take a lot of time to, when we do our programming, we try to make it so that we program like a week at a time, but we also each week is part of like a 3-week period that needs to have some variety in it, and then every 3-week period is kind of part of a larger, like 6 weeks, a month and a half, or even 2 months long cycle. And we're trying to look at it that way, and program things accordingly. Like, we're doing some new stuff. We're doing some Bollywood. You know, last week we're doing a video game tune this coming week, and we've got a few other new bands that we're going to be looking at for the rest of the month, and then we're kind of balancing that with going back to these big tentpole pieces with new recordings for me, you know, on these Fridays. And so that's how we're approaching things. So we're trying to not let things fall through the cracks as much as possible. But there's a lot of bands out there, and there's a lot of great music. So thank you all for speaking up for what you are passionate about, because if what I really follow is the priorities and the passions of our community. Yeah. And that's what helps really drive the boat. Yeah. So if you're passionate about something, hang in there, and I'll try to get to it, even if it takes a while. So that's the idea.
Alexander Mariani asked about any chance of reactions to Japanese metal bands.
Sure.
You did do Baby Metal. And we were looking at Bandmade.
Yeah, a couple other folks are looking at more.
We've got some of that in the works. Coming up in the not too distant future. So stay tuned.
All right.
Yes. Richard Elliott says you're doing a great job.
Thank you. Yay.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, Doug's we're I say he's really working his butt off. So and he's enjoying and loving what he's doing, and appreciates you all. Yeah. We our whole team, we appreciate you all more than we have adequate words for.
We really do. So. Somebody earlier in the chat asked if I was still teaching. The answer is yes. If a lot of the teaching that I'm doing is just through the videos, right? Through osmosis. Y'all are learning. Trust me, you're learning something. And
I see that in a lot of comments on your videos. There are a lot of people who tell you, who go out of their way, and thank you for doing that, to tell you how much they learned from you through watching your videos.
But I do have slots for online teaching. If you are interested in getting some composition lessons, or if you want to talk just talk music, right? Learn ear training, learn some rudiments, whatever you need. I am available for appointments.
Yes,
y'all. And just check out my website. It's rdouglashelvering.com.
Yeah.
And there's information in the teaching tab for how to get a hold of me.
Yes.
To schedule a meeting. That would be fun to work with all of y'all. Maury's asking, did we have a good time house sitting? Yes, we did.
We did.
I miss those dogs.
I do too. I miss the puppers.
Can we get another dog?
Little,
We should.
little,
We need to work on that.
They're not wiener dogs, but we call them little sausages. Our little sausages. I miss those too. They're so
Hey
cute.
there, RDB. What's going on? Good morning in Australia. Good to
Yes,
have you with
indeed.
us. Yeah, Mom's place was really great. It was a working trip. You know, we put
Yes.
out a lot of new material while we were there, but it was really nice to have the time with the dogs in the house and in a new area, just to kind of get a kind of a break from being here every day and putting our work in. So that was lovely.
Dogs are therapeutic.
For sure.
Emotional therapy.
Then see, this is what happens. We say something, and then like, ooh, dogs, winery dogs. That's a band. You should do that. Yeah. See, so KC Carlson is saying winery dogs.
Winery dogs.
Yeah, that's Mike Portnoy's new band.
Makes me think of
The Blue Dogs.
No,
Oh.
well them too. No, Working Dog winery.
That's a winery that's
here
close by.
local.
Yeah.
That has some really nice stuff, and I very much enjoy their Chardonnay.
3:30 in the morning in
I
Sydney,
thought
Australia.
it might be okay. I was wondering which part of Oz you're from, and
Should we sing you a lullaby?
bless you and thank you for being here with us. That's incredible.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That
yeah,
Art,
that's
that is
incredible.
great. That's cool. Thank you for that.
Art says, your positive energy is infectious. I can be in a bad mood and listen to you, and it completely changes my day. Thank you. Especially like it when you have cocktails on Friday. That's been a while since you've done that.
I don't do them as much anymore. I tend to do them earlier in the day than I used to, and it's just hard to grab a cocktail at like 10 o'clock in the morning. Normally it's a glass of water, or I'm on my like third or fourth cup of coffee
Yeah.
by then.
Yeah.
Punk rock, I completely struck out. I did not get any Blantons on our last trip.
Correct.
I didn't even, you know what? I didn't even.
We really weren't on top of it.
I didn't
we
even
weren't
get to
watching
do distillery.
for it. Yeah, we didn't go.
Because here's what would have happened. Here's what would have happened. For us to get Blantons, we would have had to get up at like, early in the morning and then gone on the website to see, are they selling it today at the gift shop?
Or go on their Facebook. They
Right.
announced their right.
They have a couple of
Yeah,
places
anyway.
where they can announce it. And then I'd have to commit, to drive in the hour and 15 minutes to get there before everybody else gets there, and they're sold out. They normally sell, like they open at 9 and they're normally sold out of their allotment for that day within the hour.
Yeah.
Within the
By
first
10
hour
o'clock,
that they're open.
It's gone.
And waking up most mornings in that house, and you get up and you open the door and there's the dogs. They're like, hello, would you like to play with us? I'm like, yes, I would. We're going to go for a walk. We're going to make some coffee, and I'm going to
Feed the pups.
read in on the day. And by
go
the time
hang
it gets
out.
to like 10, I'm like, oh shit, I missed Blantons again. Oh
Go
well.
hang out on the screened-in porch.
I had other priorities.
Exactly.
Yeah, the
It was
dogs took
about-
over.
It was about working and relaxing and playing with the pups.
Oh, it's worth it for sure, Punk. I love
Absolutely.
it's one of my favorite bottles.
Yes.
Of
it's
that type of stuff.
delicious.
Maury,
Yeah,
we
it's
did
so
have a
good.
pup. We did have a dog for a long time.
Yeah.
We got married in 2001, and we got our dog in, I think, 2003 or 2004.
4, I want to say.
Yeah. And she passed in 18, late 2018.
18.
And so she was an old doggo by the
She
time
was-
that she was done.
We don't for sure know.
She
how
was a
old
rescue?
She was a rescue.
Yeah.
That is how we prefer.
Yeah. Cocker Spaniel mix. She was great.
Well, actually, we figured out only after she passed away. So
She looks more like a.
The short version is that the people who had her before we did, I think, were cruel to her, and they gave a lot of false information to the shelter we adopted her from. So we never really knew her birth update. And they also were false in reporting what breed she was. So we had always called her a cocker mix. What we figured out, and not until after she passed, is that she was working
Yeah, a working spaniel.
Working cocker spaniel.
Yeah.
So
Although that
because
dog
we've
didn't work
seen,
a day in her life.
we've seen a lot of photos. After we saw a photo of a working cocker spaniel that looked exactly like her, exactly
Could have
like
been her
her. We
sister.
were like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
is this who she was? So we looked up photos, and we've been looking and
She
looking,
looked
and
more
we
like a
found
working cocker than a regular
we
cocker.
found a couple of Instagram pages that are about like a couple of different super cute working.
Yeah, my
cocker spaniels.
Instagram is
They're
full of
so
musicians
cute.
and dogs.
Yes, musicians and dogs and
Like meditative stuff.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like nice stories.
That's funny, Ray. She got by with a little help from her friends.
Activism. That's on mine.
One more time, y'all, what we've got coming up this week. It's an eclectic week, so I hope that you'll hang out with us and find something that you really enjoy. You could enjoy all of it. We're doing Vergil's theme from Devil May Cry. It's a video game, so we're kind of busting into video games. Tomorrow, I'm going to do a behind the score on a choir piece by Eric Whitaker called Leonardo Dreams of His Flying Machine. That's going to be on Tuesday. Ren with the Tale of Jenny and Screech. I will make sure I do the full version. Thank you. That will be on Wednesday. Touch of Grey from Grateful Dead will be on Thursday. And then Supper's Ready from Genesis, the live version from... I'll have to figure that out. Seconds out. Supper's out. Seconds out. Seconds over. Genesis. Exodus? I don't know. I'll just hold up the damn album and say, I'm doing this one.
You are doing... Turn it around.
I'm doing this one. I'm doing that one. That's the one I'm doing.
You are doing Supper's Ready from
Seconds
Genesis.
Out.
Seconds Out.
I'll need to have you with me to
Album.
interpret when I get to that
Goodness
one.
sakes. Hey, Soggy Tom, thank you for the fan favorite suggestion. I love it. And
Songs
I've
about
written
dogs?
it down. I think that would be really cute, and I would love to see what people would come up with. Dog songs.
Anarchy
Songs
is
about
saying
dogs.
Jenny and Screech is great.
Welsh Springers are so cute.
It makes
Johan.
me cry every time. I've been warned that that's a pretty intense
Yeah.
thing. But he's got such insight
Yes.
that I'm ready for it. I want to dig into it. So let's see how that one goes. Yeah.
Johan
I
says
think.
repeat question mark.
Yeah. So
Want to run down the week again?
on Friday,
Okay.
yeah, I will. But he may be talking about is like Supper's Ready. I've already done that. Is that a repeat? Yes.
Oh, I'm
Right.
with you. Okay.
So on Fridays this month, I'm specifically going back to super big pieces that I've heard in the past. I'm listening to a different recording than what I heard previously.
yeah, like previously, if it was studio version, we're doing
Yeah.
like a live version. Now.
So I did Close
Yeah.
to the Edge on Friday. I've heard the Yes Songs version, and I've also heard the original version on the album. But I did Symphonic Live, right? So this week I'm doing Supper's Ready, but I'm doing it from a live album. The week after that, should I tell him? It's going to be one of the Rush big ones. One of the Rush biggies. And then the week after that, it's going to be one of the Dream Theater biggies.
Yeah.
Right? So that's kind of what we're up to on these Fridays, just this month. Mainly because it makes me happy, and I wanted to go back and revisit some of these tentpole pieces. So, yeah, y'all can guess which ones those might be, but we'll tell you exactly what they are when we get to them.
Yes,
on all
indeed.
those weeks. Yeah.
I want to just mention Ron Federico. Thank you for this. Put a note in the chat here. Doug, I first started watching your channel to hear your opinion on Close to the Edge, and I was blown away by your reaction and hooked since. You're now exposing me to new stuff. I am grateful. Thank you, thank
Awesome.
you, thank you. And what's interesting, and the reason I wanted to bring this up, is not just to say thank you for that wonderful,
Yeah.
lovely, lovely comment. I also wanted to mention it because
Really
you
glad you're
thanked
along for the
him.
ride.
You're thanking Doug for exposing you to new things. Doug and I were talking about the Fridays this month and revisiting stuff that he's maybe done already. Excuse me, I'm sorry. The stuff he's done already that he enjoyed so much the first time around that he wants to revisit them, but a different version of it. And we were talking about how he was like, none of this stuff was ever on my radar before, and if it weren't for all of you, he never would have heard any of these in the first place. And so we were talking about how thankful we are for this whole experience of doing these Daily Doug videos and being able to hang out with y'all and learn from you, and hope that you are able to learn a lot from Doug and his teaching that he offers here on the channel and over on our Patreon and like your individual lessons that you give
It's
to
true.
folks. We're just very thankful.
Yeah, we
Very,
are.
very, we're so thankful. Excuse me.
Jeffrey is saying, can't wait for the band Ghost. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. We're going to do some Ghost on a Monday. So, we will get there. We will get there. Yeah, Nectar. I liked those guys. You know, there's a lot of these bands, especially from the 70s, that have great prog music that I'm having trouble fitting in here on YouTube. I will do my best to see if I can get to them. Adrian, yeah, I've done Heart of the Sunrise. I believe so. Hebert, Pain of Salvation. We've got that on the B is on the list. We put it in some polls and it hasn't won yet. I need to get back to those guys. I really, the last one I did from them, I can't remember what it was, but I remember really enjoying it for sure. That's right, Ray. I did all of Fragile. So yeah, that's where Heart of the Sunrise is on. That's one of the early extended play lounges.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent.
Oh, and Ray said that at some point he's going to do music clubs for Nectar's albums. So if y'all are interested in that, we'll try to remember to let y'all know here, because that will be we have a music club on our Discord. So for any of our Patreon patrons,
It's one of the many
who are
ways
on
to
our
hear
Discord.
content.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, we do it on YouTube. We do different stuff on Patreon. Then we listen, you know, with each other on Daily Doug Radio over on our Discord. And then we have our music club, which is when we had these events. Like the other night, one of our folks, Nick, I don't know if Nick is still here. Nick did a great job presenting this new album.
Yeah, hosted
by Big Train. He had all the information that we needed. It was like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and it was a lovely time.
Can we tell them super quick what Music Club is?
Sure.
For anyone who doesn't know.
It's like a book club, except it's a music club. We get together, and we've had folks present on how they use a digital audio workstation. We've had people present full albums. When the new Haken came out, we listened to all of that. You know, some of that stuff. Tom is asking for the Discord link. It's a private server. The way that you get connected to it is to become a patron.
Yes.
And then you connect your Discord account to your Patreon account, and you select a role that opens up.
It tells you your role, I think.
Yeah, but you have to select that. And once you do, that'll connect you to our server. So we don't give out the link because we like to keep it very...
yeah, it's just for patrons.
Yeah, just exclusive for those folks.
But you can join our Patreon and have Discord access just for $2 a month. You at the $2 per month level, you won't be able to see the other videos, you know, the full album
Sure.
videos and behind the score videos.
But you get to
But you do have Discord access.
you can talk.
At $2 per month.
And you get to participate in the polls,
Yeah.
right? At the $5 level, that's where you get all the pre-recorded the special videos, and then the $8 tier is the Council of Dougs, and that's the folks that get to hang out with us in our Zoom chats. We also have Doug's Angels, which is a new tier.
Yes, we do.
For those that have the means and would like to invest a little bit more into the general operation of what we're doing, and it definitely does help. If you see the wall of Doug's at the end of our Friday videos, that's those people.
Yeah.
And we're very thankful
Extremely
for them,
thankful
and they know that. It's really great
for
stuff.
all of them, absolutely, and for
Yeah.
all of our
Sounds good,
patrons
Tom.
and for all of you.
And we're
when
never
we-
pay to play, by the way. I mean,
Correct.
we do, our patrons do support us, and we're very thankful about that, but we never give priority to one person over another because one person can pay and one person can't.
Correct.
It all works out. And yeah, that's the good stuff.
I wanted to mention one thing about Music Club. When we talk about presenting, it doesn't mean that you have to, like, you know, do a big, you know, like, have some kind of big long oratory thing and talk a lot. It's, you know, it could just be, I love this album and want to share it with the folks over on Discord.
Yeah.
And you can say anything you want, you know, whatever you'd like to about the album or the songs, and just play it, and everyone can hear it together and talk about it, and yeah, that's Music Club, and it's really fun. It's awesome.
Trying to think if there's any other thing.
Arrow said he's going to present the Deer Hunter in Music
yes.
Club when he gets a free weekend, and I'm there. I love
I got you,
the
Pure
Deer
Music.
Hunter.
Thank you. I'll try to get to more Vangelis.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Ray. Tom's got to run. I think we do as well.
Yeah,
We've been
I think
on
so.
for a while, and it's time for lunch, I do believe. A late lunch. And so one more time, friends, here's what we have going this week. Vergil's theme from the video game Devil May Cry. I'm curious. Megan's heard
Yeah.
it. I'm curious.
I've only heard a small portion of it,
Yeah.
enough to know that it's metal and it's awesome.
Cool.
So
Behind the Scores coming up for our patrons on Tuesday. Ren, The Tale of Jenny and Screech, coming up on Wednesday. We've got Touch of Grey from
Grateful Dead.
the Grateful Dead on Thursday. And then I'm coming back to Supper's Ready from Genesis with the live version from Seconds Out
Yeah.
on Friday.
You know what?
And
That's pardon my language, but that's a fucking awesome week.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this week.
yeah, Bill, I have heard the live version of In Hell 'Twas and I. It's lovely.
Yes.
What a great piece. Yeah, one of the first real prog pieces.
Have you
Yeah.
you did In Hell 'Twas in I on the channel? Yes?
I did. Yeah.
Was it a live version, or I don't remember.
There was the studio version,
Okay.
which had as I remember, had Robin Trower playing guitar on it. There was a live version with an orchestra, so you get orchestra, but you don't get Robin Trower. You know, so it was
So
kind
which-
of I did the studio version,
Studio. Okay.
but I have listened to the orchestral version, and it's very lovely.
Yeah. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Cool. Thanks, friends. It's been a lovely time with you.
Hello.
Drop us a line and send us an email if you would like, or we'll see you over on our Patreon or hanging out on our Discord.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Thanks a
Lots of-
lot.
Lots of love to all of you.
Yeah.
Wishing everybody a good week.
Peace. See ya.
Be good to each other.
Bye-bye.